Hey guys, Anders here with a recap of the Calpheon Ball announcements. Let's start with Woosa and Maegu. These are the twin classes coming to the game. Woosa will be releasing December 14 on PC and console. Maegu will be releasing January 2023, so next month on PC. That means 2 new classes in 2 months. For more information on Maegu and Woosa, I'll link the trailers in my channel. They both look amazing, but let me know which one is your favorite. We also received news on the new region, Land of the Morning Light. It will be releasing February for the Korean region. Depending on how fast they can localize, the region will come out a month or more after Korea for PC. This is the region near Port Ratt. That whole area is going to be revamped with a different name, different NPCs, different races. The main story will take you through a sort of murder mystery with multiple endings possible as well. You will also find 8 different bosses in this region that can be done solo. You can adjust the difficulty for each boss to match the level of your gear, though at max level, the developers say it will be close to a solo version of the final Secret dungeon boss. Because of this, there won't be any traditional grind zones like we have currently, so instead of grinding in a circle in this new region, you'll be grinding bosses. There will also be guild versions of some bosses that will allow you to run them in a group. We also received some console news. Finally, console will receive, like I said, Woosa on December 14. That's next week. Console will also receive an optimization patch very soon that will have their Caphras level restriction increase from 10 to 15. They will now be able to fight Garmoth weekly as a solo player and not rely on the guild summon. They will also receive Marni's private room and continuous care for Fairy, as well as receive more meaty patches at a less frequent rate for content updates throughout the rest of the year. It seems that they have figured out the optimization issues with the game on console, but we'll see how it pans out for 2023. Crystal presets on PC are coming December 16 on Global Labs. Crystals will no longer have gear slot requirements, meaning things like L-cars, for example, will no longer be tied to your main weapon slot. It will be a whole different UI. Crystal expansion will also be introduced, where you will be able to access these new slots via Land of the Morning Light storyline and other region storylines. They also introduced a new crystal that you can get from Land of the Morning Light that can be placed in this new slot, and you choose what effect you want. DP will be gradually buffed over time, but more along the lines of DP increases like the Val's Heart DP infusions, and not any significant change to the DP formula. Arena of Solare Season 2 will begin December 28. A placement match system will also be added for this season. You will be able to play 1 placement match and then be placed at an appropriate rank before you start rank matches. It will take your Season 1 ranking into account when placing you into a rank for Season 2. The variety of gear will also improve. Slumbering Sage Armor will have a high DR set that you can choose. Storm Ring is a hybrid evasion ring that you can choose, and more items will be introduced to help diversify builds in the arena. There will also be new maps that will be coming as well. There are currently no plans for more high-end grind spots, and instead, the developers said they're focusing on the new boss rush form of grinding with the new region that's coming. Durability indicator for life skill tools is going to be added. They will also be adding more NPCs to exchange fishing byproducts and not just Creo. Tag characters will now be able to place delivery items into storage, but not for trade good items. They will also take away the cheer motion for hards and sharps. In terms of ocean content news, sailing XP will now be obtained at lower rates in shallow water. The Etheria Dreadnought, the next tier of ship, was also revealed, but they said it is too large to have as permanent ownership, so instead it will be something players can gain through RNG. You will be able to use the ship through a rare sea monster drop or special barter for a certain amount of time. It will also be the best ship in the game on release. Low HP screen effect will be given an off toggle under settings. Horse calling distance will be increased by 150%. They will also be adding colors to the horse UI icon to discern how far away you are from your mount. You will also now be able to use loot box items on your mount as well. They're going to implement the removal of edit UI and other UI restrictions for low levels. In terms of guild management, they talked about a brand new process of guild payouts and a point system allocation to help reward those active in your guild and participating in node wars. Guild contract renewal will eventually be able to be done without swapping servers, which would be huge. They will try and get it implemented soon, but it is not an easy task and not something that they're even guaranteeing will work correctly at first. You will now be able to right-click a Marni stone to be able to auto-path to the nearest Wakitoshi NPC. NA servers may be getting migrated to a more central location in the near future so that more NA players have better ping to the server and not just West Coast players. Of course, they do this after I move to the West Coast and have better ping, but I'm I'm not mad. Pietro the clown maid will now be able to be swapped for another maid if you send a ticket to customer service in case you're deathly afraid of clowns. I'm serious. Cash shop accessories will improve in selection for more classes. High heels for female outfits will still be a thing, unfortunately, due to the complications of the model. Wizard body model revamp is coming mid-January. It apparently took them over a year to redo the whole thing because they had to do it from scratch. Family-wide silver is now a thing. It is no longer character specific or storage specific. All your storage and characters will have silver combined and can be accessed at any time. The only silver that is now separate is your warehouse silver. All cash shop furniture will now be craftable in-game. They will start releasing them one at a time or one set at a time starting next year. A new Shakatu seal will be added in 2023. It's called the Radiant Shakatu seal and offers a ton of items and an exclusive title for those that want to hold on to their seals for a long time. Dancing emotes are coming to the game, but only for Shy. They showed us a little clip. Instead of dancing emotes for other classes, unfortunately we won't get them, but we will get all classes now able to play instruments, not just Shy. We received a ton of gifts as well, so make sure you use these codes to get them in-game or over on the website. And that's all the news and announcements from the Calpheon Ball. A lot of good updates. Both classes, Maegu and Woosa, look amazing. The new region and boss rush concept looks and sounds refreshing, and overall I'm personally really satisfied with most of what I heard today. I have early access to Woosa for testing, so expect to see a ton of more in-depth videos for Woosa and then eventually Maegu in the channel. I also have my beginner guide series still running. There were some hiccups, so the next episode is taking a little longer than usual, but the series is still going and will be a permanent addition to my weekly uploads going forward. If you're interested in seeing any of the trailers released today, I'll have links to them on my channel. Sorry for bombarding you with them today, but there were a lot more than I anticipated. Let me know what you think about the new classes, the new announcements in the comments, and as always, thanks again for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.